Hey, welcome to Davita's Stampin' Spot. I just realized I have my camera backwards. There we go. Hope you're having a great Thursday. I wasn't sure whether I would get to be live today. We've got a lot of crazy stuff going on. So I wanted to have a recording since I didn't get to record last week. Um, Boy, that virus I got, I've never had anything hit so quickly. Within 3 hours, felt like strep. I was wheezing. If you guys get it, go to the doctor and get antibiotics. A friend told me that their daughter didn't get the antibiotics. She's had it for over 2 weeks. Um, so nasty stuff. Definitely doing better. I'm so thankful for that. So I gave you a teaser. I don't do that too often. About what the card might be used, what I might be using for the card today. So I'm going to use this really fun, sweet jar set that went live on Tuesday. So I'm going to swing the camera around. Wanted you to know, yes, I am still alive and doing okay. Very thankful to be feeling better. Oh, now it went to my phone. Hang on a second. That is going to be one of the first things I fix once school's out and I have some time to play with technology. All right, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so the right words is a really neat stamp set that I like. We are going to use this to someone we're celebrating every single day. It's all words thinking of you. I know a good thing when I see it, and I see lots of good things in you. I really like that one. And I showed you the sweet jar set on Tuesday when I did my tip. We're going to be using this. And then this one here, I really like. I love this. Friends are the family you choose for yourself. Just really like that. We're going to be using the happy birthday. All right. So I told you that last Saturday we had a team shoebox swap, and you might be saying, well, what is that? Well, it's kind of like we each make a class project for one another. We provide everything in a shoebox or a bucket so that everyone can make the card, and we just sit around and craft. And we had such a good time. I was so blessed by the conversations that I heard people having, and I was so encouraged. It was just a really fun day. Um, so if you've ever thought about being part of my team, there's an amazing join deal right now. We'd love to have you join us. All right. So I showed you the tip on Tuesday to use colored cardstock so that you're not using the same colors. And I apologize, my head gets in the way here. We're going to stamp the jar, and I'm using Memento Black for my jar. And I like pecan pie for my lid. We're going to stamp that. You'll notice I didn't use a Stamparatus this time. I just used some Post-it tape on my glass mat. That's the nice thing about polymer. Do you see how I had to fix that? All right. And I'm going to take this off and we're going to stamp here. So there's a lot of options in this set. I chose to go with the candles, and I bet you can guess what my first color is. And I know I'm still coughing. Fresh Freesia. I thought that would be a fun color. So in this set, what's really fun is there's a set of candles that there's 3 of them. So I'm going to stamp them on both edges of the inside of the jar. Okay. And then what someone was really thinking when they designed this set, I just think this is really fun. Then there's a single one. So I'm going to grab some Old Olive. I chose these colors because I'm using some designer series paper, and these are the colors in the paper. And I'll show that to you here in just a little bit. So now the individual candle fits in the middle there so that you have varying color. And I'm going to reverse it, stamp my 3 in the green. I use Old Olive a lot, so that's kind of different for me to use that. But it looks really good, I think, with the Fresh Freesia. And put that in there. And now, you're probably thinking, Davita, you can't have a lid on the jar and the candles work. And you're right, you can't. So I had to find a place to put my lid. So when we had the shoebox swap on Saturday, I got up sat down at the kitchen table with my box ready to go and was checking to make sure I had all the pieces. Kit came out to talk to me. We were visiting. I picked up the bucket and left. I forgot the darling duckling. This is one of our new colors. It's a yellow. And so when the first ladies made the card, they couldn't have a flame on their candles. So thank goodness Kent was at home and he brought it up for me, which I really appreciate. So you don't have to do all the candles. It's too big for that. So I just filled across there. But isn't that cute? All right. So now I'm going to close that and get it out of my way. Grab my punch. And because I use the template, it's going to line up just perfect. And punch it out. I guess if I was going to stamp it on another color, I could use the white as the template. But we're not doing that today. All right. Now I've got my fresh freesia as my card base. So I forgot to put my sizes on here. This is a normal size, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Do you guys do your cards this way, or do you flip them so that they open top to bottom, which that's the 4 1/4 by 11. I find that I go this way most of the time. So this piece here is 3 3/4 by 5. So it's my middle layer. I'm going to grab Happy Birthday. Now this is a new stamp and I think I've got it ready to go. But if you ever go to stamp, let me try on a piece of paper here. If you stamp it and you've just gotten this new stamp and it doesn't work the best, which this did, here's an easy trick for you. Guess I should save it for a Tuesday. Ink it with Versamark first. Let's see how different it looks here. Let me clean it. Don't want my Versamark to be old olive. Yeah, they look just about the same. When I first did it, my happy birthdays were bubbling just a little bit, and I wasn't real happy with it. So I was using the Versamark. But you can use the Versamark. If you have that happening with a set, I would encourage you to take them to your kitchen sink. Use your kitchen dishwashing soap. I love Dawn. I think it works the best. And clean them. They just have a little residue from being manufactured. All right, so there's my happy birthday. Now the paper has, you're not going to be surprised, Darling Duckling, Fresh Freesia, and Old Olive. These, look at this paper. Isn't that gorgeous? Another card I'm going to be sharing. I'm using this side. Beautiful, beautiful paper. All right. So I thought it would be fun just to kind of put them at different angles. And I'm looking for my adhesive. Well, I guess we'll pull out this today. All right. So the hard part is this paper is so pretty. It's hard to cover up. It's got sunflowers. I think of my sister-in-law. She loves sunflowers. And that yellow just makes me think sunflowers. And then, of course, I love this paper because it's got the blue and the purple in it. All right. So I chose to do the yellow first, and I did it pretty much straight across. And I like to give a little extra anytime I am layering paper because it drives me crazy if it doesn't go clear to the edge. That really bothers me. All right, so I did that a little different this time, which it'll work, but that's why I like my Tombow so I can wiggle it a little bit, but guessing it's out at my kitchen table. Had classes here this week, so it's probably sitting out there. So I wanted it random, which is very unusual for me. I'm not a random. I usually like to have everything cut nice and straight. But like I said, I tried to go out on a limb for this one this time. I got some beautiful cards at the swap, and I'll be sharing them with you guys. Kind of ready for summer to get here, so I'll have more time to stamp and be online, and it's going to be great. All right, so now I'm going to put my little jar there, and I want to pop it up, so I'm going to grab some dimensionals. Always use all your dimensionals. All right. So the joining deal is a really good deal. It started on May 6th and it goes through the 31st. You get to be on my team. You get to order stuff early. They're giving even bonus product this month. And I apologize, I meant to look it up. I believe it's $165 worth of stuff for $99 plus tax. And you don't have to pay the shipping, which is savings as well. So, and you get to be a part of my team. We have so much fun together. Had a gal join just recently, and she just has gone on and on about the late amazing ladies on our team. So you would love to be a part of our group. All right. So I'm tying a little bow here. You should have your catalog by now. I'm making sure I wanted everybody to have them before it went live on Tuesday. So you should have your catalog. And there's a ton of online exclusive products as well that are amazing. Some great stamp sets. So make sure you check out the online and the catalog. I have to admit, I was a little hesitant about the online stuff, but I love it that then we can bring out new product more frequently. And that's a good thing because then we can provide more and more creative options for people. All right, so you saw I tied the linen thread on my lid. I'm going to use dimensionals here as well. And then I'm going to put it at an angle here. So see the lid's off. And then when I close the candle or close the jar, the candles will go out. This is the Darling Duckling paper. I think it's really cute. I'm not a big yellow person, but I do like this shade. Going to put the Darling Duckling. This is 4 by 5 1/4, our normal layer. And then this is the 3 3/4. You know, you always, not always, I typically go down 1/4 of an inch on my papers whenever I'm cutting layers. I got to be careful because I'm using Stampin' Seal. It's good a product though. If you would rather have a tape runner, this is what you want. Stampin' Seal is awesome. All right, isn't that cute? Then I gave the ladies at this shoebox swap, they could choose between purple and the yellow. Looks like a lot of them went with my choice and did purple. So I'm going to add some more purple here. You know what? I'm going to be brave. I'm going to go with the yellow this time. All right. And I've lately been doing where, you know, like these gems are 3 sizes. I've been using one of each side just for some variation as well. So there's the front. I just really like that. Okay. Yeah, I know. I'm tooting my own horn. I'm pretty excited about this design. All right. So for the inside of the card, I'm using the set from The Right Words. This set, to someone worth celebrating every day. Going to stamp it in the old olive. And then thought it would be fun to add one candle. So grab my one candle, make sure it's clean. Ooh, sorry about that, guys. Boy, that was loud. Hope it isn't as loud on the recording as it was here. And then, of course, it's got to have a little flame on top. So that's from the inside of my card. Isn't that cute? And while I have my inks out, I'm going to go out, grab my envelope. I've been trying to force myself to have everything ready to go. So I don't have, I hate it if I grab a card and the inside's not done, or I didn't create an envelope to match. That just really bothers me because then it's not ready to go. So let's see, let's go and put some candles here. Purple one or green in between. And then do my flames. Now when I have a birthday that I need a card for, I'm going to be ready to go. Put this on the inside. And we're just about done. So I hope you like this card design. If you have purchased the sweet jar set, I would love to see what you've come up with. I was talking with a team member last Saturday at our shoebox swap, and she was saying there's some really cute designs online with this set. So there you go. Remember, the tip is to use a colored template when you're using a punch. And now I covered it up so I can't find it. Oh, here we go. And make a fun card. Hope you like this project. I'll see you next week.